People of Norway, today I ask you to listen, not to defend yourselves, not to explain, but to truly hear what your hearts already know. This nation that you call yours is not as pure as you have been taught to believe. And if you love this nation, you must be brave enough to see its truth. Behind your clean street and polite words, corruption roots more and more every day quietly, and you, Norwegians, choose not to see it. Your leaders have been entangled in scandals, from misallocated funds to ethical violations. Ministers have resigned over conflicts of interest and misuse of power. The irregularities around the handling of a so-called pandemic, the coercion that led a whole population of a whole country to submit themselves to mass vaccination with no disclosure of the compositions of these injections. The lack of transparency about the deaths and sicknesses resulting. Despite these violations and much more, many of you Norwegians remain silent, holding on to the illusion of a corruption-free nation. Come on. But blind trust in the government is not a virtue, you see. It is self-abandonment. That's what you are doing? Abandoning yourself. To who? And for what? I am originally from a country that has mastered the art of corruption and abuses of power. I know what it does to the soul of a nation and its people, okay? And I clearly see the corruption here in Norway. But here it wears different faces. In Norway, it is not loud. It is quiet, polished, smiling. Here, you Norwegians believe corruption and dictatorship are inexistent because it is clean and professional. Yeah, professional. I'm tired. Tired of pretending not knowing what's going on when we constantly hear of sudden death, blood clots, heart attack, bomb cancers, and more. You have to understand something. This world belongs to all of us. Aren't you tired of watching the government making decisions for profit, not for people? While you think that you are the good ones here on planet Earth, you dear Norwegian, you choose illusion, you see. You choose comfort over confrontation. You close your eyes when your wealth is also built on silent suffering elsewhere. Have you heard of Stoltenberg, who bombarded Libya just for NATO training? You cannot change what you refuse to see. Norway is not innocent. Have you heard of the government's proposal for the adult vaccination program? Scary. Have you looked at the cases surrounding the so-called pandemic? Scary. Have you heard about the World Health Organization treaty? Very scary. Have you ever wondered what the governments of the world are up to? Between you and me, does it seem to you that they are working for us or against us? Scary. I am so tired of it all. But I know I am not alone. There must be others out there tired of pretending that corruption here in Norway is somehow inexistent because it speaks politely. I am tired of your beautiful lies. You call it democracy. I see quiet corruption. You call it trust. I see comfortable blindness. Yes, you call it democracy, you call it trust, but I see it. The deals made in back rooms, the protection of the powerful, the careful blindness to injustice when it profits them. I see it. And you beautiful sleeping Norwegian people, you don't want to see it, huh? You tell yourself stories of, we are different, while your leaders sell your souls a little more each day. You close your eyes and call it peace. You close your eyes, you close your heart and call it trust. I don't want to stay silent anymore. I come from a country broken by corruption and abuses of power. I carry the anger of 2 continents in my chest. Dear Norwegian, if you truly love this country, as I hope you do, then you must be brave enough to see it for what it is. You must be willing to break your own heart for the truth. You must be humble enough to see the shameful parts before they destroy everything. It has already started smelling and it's not smelling good. Wake up. Please wake up. Wake up before your illusions become your prison, before your naivety becomes an unforgivable stupidity, before your sleep becomes the greatest betrayal. Your silence and passivity serve the monsters who work to enslave mankind. You are not innocent when you make the conscious choice to remain asleep. Your trust is killing you, and you still call it virtue? De brood uventet. We have a plus-leader syndrome in the country, and you still call your trust towards the government a virtue? Come on. Stop collaborating with those who murder you every day. There's nothing intelligent about keeping and defending those who sign contracts to put you in lockdowns and telling you that you will not be set free unless you take doses after doses of poisonous injections. They are not innocent, but you cannot heal what you refuse to see. They don't need to chain you. You already chain yourselves, sadly. Dear Norwegians, if you love this country, fight for its soul. Don't you see the silent deals, the quiet cruelties? You call it trust, I call it blindness. You call it peace, I call it surrender. But I still believe that a sleeping heart can wake. Please stop that naivety towards the government. It's embarrassing. You are more intelligent than that. Your trust and passivity are becoming the greatest betrayal. Truly, it's embarrassing. Wake up.